Okay, hi there everybody. Time to answer your comments. Let's see, I think the last one I did was this one by Patricia, but there's a nice comment here by Olena. Though your comment is addressed to Alex, I can't but say, it would be better I can but say, but reading it was a real pleasure for a non-native speaker as I am. Thank you very much. Yes, Olena, Patricia writes really beautifully. So, I give you my word of honour. That's the answer to this, honour. And Roland, he wanted to receive his relative's heirdom. Heirdom, this is quite a good word. It's pretty formal. I might say legacy less formally, or inheritance. The plan appeared to be easy to undertake at first. The man gaslighted the woman's mind with different kinds of subtle tricks in order to render her to a mental asylum. Good English, Roland. That's a great sentence. Okay, Adam, I'm beside myself with joy to partake in this extraordinary channel. So, definitely glad to hear that. And Adam again. Vitamin C is believed to have prophylactic properties against COVID and flu. Lose the E on the end. If you put E on the end, it's a chimney, a ventilation column. Carlos, very good, I liked it. Thanks for watching. So, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And here we have Jerem and an answer by Zara. The following are prophylactics encourage well-being: meditation, stress reduction, health food, good dental care, exercise, a clean home, a clean work environment, a happy marriage, teetotaling, good friends, intellectual interests, houseplants, and pets. Half of these prophylactics were like a dream for me. That's very good advice. I quite agree with you, Jerem. Nora, teachers nowadays must take up more enterprising, daring tactics to deconstruct the lifeless traditionalist edifice of education. That's a lovely piece of writing, Nora. Well done. And Nora, dearest teacher, can I use the word totalitarian before describing a man's behaviour? Or can I use authoritarian better? You could use both of them. I think totalitarian is more figurative and more for politics, but I think both words work very nicely. And with the literary way that you write in, both words are fine. So, hi Luke, you're still on about your Segway video. Fluke dog walker, termagant, a virago, a fishwife, good synonyms. He had a cornucopia of books in his bag, Zara. If you are alive, answer me. Well, I am, because here I am answering you. Okay, so, who was talking about here? Her. Who is the subject here? Absolutely Sonia Mayrink. And some thumbs up for partake from Sonia as well. And Ossi Tal, thank you for watching, Ossi. Mohammed, it was just a skullduggery approach from that person, showing that he's so kind, but in fact he was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I would just say it was just skullduggery, because this is a noun without approach. It was just skullduggery from that person. Okay, and Olena, in Ukraine, fresh salo, lard. That's interesting. I looked up salo the other day, and I saw this in Wikipedia about salo, this Ukrainian salted lard. In combination with garlic or onion is considered to be an excellent prophylactic for the common cold, against the common cold and flu. These foods are natural antibiotics. Moreover, they say that everyday consumption of a little piece of salo, the size of a matchbox, can prevent premature aging of your skin, as salo also contains natural collagen. But don't forget to add food with vitamin C to your diet then. Okay, that's very good advice, and that's really good English, Olena. Well done. May I partake of this flask? Yeah, that sounds great. A bit very formal. Willie Bond, but definitely. 007. Mohammed, it's the opposite of itching in your place, because you have something preying on your mind is more common. Or maybe to get your undies in a bundle. Ensconce. To ensconce is to make yourself comfortable in a place. Yeah? Okay, it's the opposite of itching to move. Ants in your pants. Yeah, it's the opposite. Yeah, you have something preying on your mind. Something you're thinking about. Or maybe you've got get your undies in a bundle, you get upset. So, Matthew. Hi there, Matthew Smith. I have random questions I came across. Thank you as a person. You are very humble. Everything splits. About to go under the water version, text tangible, all fall into one time to look after you as you do as the ones around you. Thank you for your time, which, as you know, hasn't happened. Wow. Well, I don't really get this totally, Matthew, but thank you for commenting. Okay, Mohammed. We went to buy some eggs. I found them all had been sold. I found they had all been sold, and the one of the seller, the salesman, the cashier gave me a chit for tomorrow in order to make sure that I'm going to get some eggs. No matter what they're going to keep the eggs on the shelf until I get to the supermarket and show them the chit. I received the chit I received the other day. It's like a first refusal. Yeah, this is a good example of chit. That's fine, Mohammed. And Jinty. While playing with children, adults often throw the match with a view to delight them. To throw a match, to lose on purpose. I partook in this comment section as recommended by you. Thank you, Vasu. A good example. Mannequin. An individual style should use should use prophylactic drugs to prevent varicose bleeding from varicose veins. Okay, so be careful of this A and plural. I've seen you do it before. Using a prophylactic is great because it is intended to prevent disease from developing within the body. Good English. People should use prophylactic drugs before they get sick. Good English. Doctors give patients prophylactics. Prophylactic without that, either a noun or an adjective. Using prophylactics is great. It's always good to use prophylactic medicine. Here you've used it as a modifier, as an adjective, and that's better. So be careful with your singulars and plurals, Mannequin. And are you going to partake in the lecture? Please partake in my movie. Do not partake in negative things. And the Phoenix. I think Moby's ambient music is very mellifluous. Good use of mellifluous. 40 Love. Wearing a face mask is a prophylactic measure. Good English. Thanks, Alex. I was also naive. I did not know what this word meant. Oh well, thanks. Well, now you do, and that's the point of watching. So, I wish I could pronounce your name. I'm going to need some help from somebody here. The development of a prophylactic measure is preferred to one that of cure, is preferred to one of cure, as the former can proactively prevent the harm uncountable that a disease may inflict. It is rude in my language to cut in when people are talking. Have a nice week. I got off to a bad start. I'm sorry to hear that, Fran. Take care of yourself, and I'm thinking about it being rude in Spanish to cut in. Spanish are pretty good at cutting in, I don't know. Okay, I'd like not to wear a face mask, but I always toe the line. Good English. Toe the line follows the rules. Your beard looks way more tousled than your hair. Well, they're both normally pretty tousled and Gin. Probiotics are prophylactic. Good English, Maria. Great to have you here. Pro, for something, in defense of. The opposite of against. Bad trip meaning. Okay, I explained this in a video for you earlier. And the English language has become the lingua franca, and it has bestridden the world. Bestrode. It has bestridden the world. Colonization, globalization, and technological advancement helped the English language to reach this prestigious status. Good English, Roland. Okay, fastidious, an interesting and necessary word. Thank you, teacher. So, thank you, Russian Safin. And Akshat, 2 words this morning. You were the reason why my English seems to be improving these days. I have to admit it was a programming mistake, and I programmed 2 for the same thing. One of these was supposed to be for this afternoon, but I'll put another one in its place. Turncoat politicians are known well. Absolutely, Bruce Leroy Hoffman. Roland Simon. During the long interview, the man and the woman segued from a professional discussion to a more personal topic. Good, well done, Roland. Notice the pronunciation of this word, segue. So, Neog. It would seem that the verb have can be both stative and dynamic depending upon the construction. I see where you're going, Ginty. For example, I'm having to attend a meeting. I'm having to attend a meeting. Here I think I would use I have to attend. In this case, attend is the chief verb and have is the auxiliary verb. Hence why have can be used in the progressive form. Okay, I don't think this is a state. And I'm not very happy with this example, Ginty. The next one is very easy. I'm having my lunch. Notice, have is a state verb when it means to possess. Either I have a pen or I don't have a pen. To possess, to own, this is the stative verb. But to have a baby, to have a bath, to have lunch, to have a laugh, to have a lark, all of these you can use continuously. Okay, I'm not happy with your. I'm having to. Recently, I have been having to attend a lot of meetings, but that recently says this is temporary about now. Okay, so in this case, the verb have can be used in the ing form by virtue of the original form, which is to have lunch. Yes, this bit definitely I agree with, Ginty. Okay, she'd. As for my concern, from my point of view, as I see it, I reckon, I think it's wise to subscribe to several insurances when a salary allows. It's a good prophylactic process to prevent against unexpected costly life problems when they occur. Good piece of advice, she'd. And it's always sunny in Paola. Turncoat, a traitor. Absolutely. Eddie Dinar, we keep the stiff upper lip when we face a new word. I would, instead of saying thee, we keep a stiff upper lip when we face a new word. Yes, don't be worried about it. Okay, sir, please put subtitles. I checked it, the subtitles are there. I copied them and I put them in. So 70s kids, yes, there are. And this is Adam. Thank you for such an in-depth analysis of this word. My pleasure, Adam. Hi, Patricia. Great to see you. I love the all of these different little pictures. And Abraham. Okay. Abraham. Braham. I get it now. Artists are always fastidious with their work. A good example. Inju Juan. How could I not like this? That's really good English. So many words expressing hatred, all in one delicious video. You got yourself a fun professor. So, definitely glad you enjoyed it. Eddie Dina. Bereft. Exactly. When we search for a word and find no videos by you, we feel extremely bereft. A great example. Manji. Hi there, Manji. Great to see you. Indian history validates the fact that Mr. Jiar, a loyal and dependable military general, becomes a turncoat by betraying his Nawaz Siraj ud Dawla in order to acquire wealth and power. Okay, this is a great example about with the word turncoat. I'm going to have to look this up because I don't know about this. It would be interesting to find out. So, thank you for teaching me something, Manji. He's a turncoat like a snake that changes its skin. That's good English, Manisco. Manji again. In the famous series Downton Abbey, I found the butler, Mr. Carson, a veritably fastidious person who, in my opinion, is an embodiment of the meticulousness of the British nature. That's a really good sentence, Manji. Well written. And Patricia. So, farming. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm gonna take revenge on all them guys. They never did make me loads and loads of chubby little babies. They did not want to plough, and so I did not crop. They worked assiduously every day in school and college, made a lot of sacrifices, and sometimes I had little or no free time. They knew their efforts would bear fruit in the long run, and they would harvest the benefits of their struggle and toil. Okay, this is a very nice piece of writing again, Patricia. Thank you. Okay. So, beam me up, Scotty. Ravelli and Kernis were probably paid to do a study to find that women had lower narcissism scores, and that's the reason that the study exists. Okay, your point of view. Trial comment on stress patterns. Word stress. Word stress, I wish I'd understood about word stress when I was at school. I'll try again stress patterns. Stress patterns. I'll try again. Je vais essayer de nouveau. Encore une fois, or I'll shoot myself. I'm going to try again. One more time, or I'll shoot myself. Okay. So, the Empire. Hi there, Zubair. Okay, you are a fastidious teacher. I'm Zubair Mal Mahmood from Bangladesh, one of your viewers. I made a sentence for you. Thank you very much, the Empire or Zubair. Okay, Nitu. In the IELTS test, you need to be fastidious in making no grammatical mistakes, including punctuation and spelling mistakes. Every single mistake may turn out to be prejudicial to your overall targeted band score. That's a good piece of English, Nitu. Well, I've come to expect good English from you. Akshat. Hello, sir. Thank you for clearing up my doubts. You're always welcome. I don't like that welcome word, though. So, Akshat. Hello, sir. Please help me with some problems. Looking out the window, looking through the window, looking out of the window. They're all the same. Yeah? Yeah, they all sound the same. I think looking out of the window may be probably slightly less formal, but they're all good, Akshat. Eddie, we won't get exasperated by your videos at all. So, good example of exasperate. Okay, so here we go. On stress patterns, we refuse to receive the refuse of narcissist politicians. Good. I defy any enfant terrible to contest the contest to contest the content of A's videos, to quibble or to cavil, to complain about. It's cavil over its minute details or other finesses, to protest against or to challenge his authority. We were regaled. I revelled in it, wowed and conquered. Please, Alex, do more of these, because some bits are burning, fire-hot, lethal, deadly, but delightful turn-ons, compared to bits of others where you want to say, could I be excused? I have a slight fever, or I have my periods, and the doggy ate my sanitary towels. Stress and intonation is of paramount importance in learning language. Stress can be very difficult, and even the most advanced students, I am constantly correcting them about stress patterns. Yeah, it's a really difficult subject. That was very well written, Patricia. Well done. So, Adam Z, turncoat. I do love this word. It's so powerful in a negative sense. Francisco, I knew this one. Being meticulous. It's a false friend for a Spanish native. Okay, yes, fastidious, fastidioso means something that's a pain. Yeah, it messes you up in Spanish, but fastidious being meticulous. Okay, Patricia again. His entire works partake of a palimpsest of elements, each one segueing mellifluously with the other. Her feelings partook of her love for him, her quest for happiness, and her rigorous moral principles. Some of the guests partook in the fashion parade the fashion parade we had organised for her birthday. Okay, yes, partake. So his entire works partake of a palimpsest of elements. Yeah, okay, one on top of the other, going together. Thank you, Patricia. Me too. Hi there. After getting 2 doses of vaccines, experts advise taking a booster dose to be prophylactic. To be aprophylactic against COVID-19, against the attack of COVID-19, and for building extra immunity as well. Thank you. And aside for Dommy, this is first correct answer. First correct answer. Well done. Okay, and let's continue. Patricia. His discourse was sprinkled with funny asides. Very good. Then suddenly out of the blue, he whisked me aside and blew me a kiss. Gobsmacked and virgin ravished was I. Jokes aside at his boyish Romeo vote of much too much confidence. Lovely English again. Well done, Patricia. Manji, many a formidable persona loses their sanity. Many a formidable persona loses their persona, because this is singular. There we don't know if it's he or she. When others cast aspersions on them, on him. I prefer the them with undefined masculine or feminine. He has been accused of being a turncoat. Good work, Rozgar. And after the general strike, the workers began to see him as a turncoat. More good English. Patricia. Ha. Okay, these are these listenings in the plane. Thank you for enjoying. Slow sunset. Nature is subliminally tranquil. Have you ever laid back on a field of flowers at evening? In the evening, and stared at the absolute marvellous beauty of the moon, and enjoyed the serene sound of crickets? That's my definition of serenity. Okay, yes, peace, harmony, serenity, tranquility. That's good English, Slow Sunset. Well done. And Okay, this is change, switch, replace, substitute, swap. Slow sunset. Now that I'm present, a lot of things are going to change under my supervision. I'm a bit tired of watching the news. Could you switch over to the sports channel, please? The coffee was so old and was not functioning as it used to. So Mark had the idea of buying a more recent one so we could replace the older. Good. Ever since then, the coffee's been tasting sublimely delicious. Good. In our last season's game, since Peter was playing so unacceptably badly, we had to substitute him for John, and guess what? We ended up winning the game. I quite like the new watch that you just bought. Would you be willing to swap it for mine? Definitely. I haven't got one. Okay. I've been battered violently. To batter. Good. A cake batter. Good English, Maria Mikkonen. Great to see you. Fastidious lesson is awesome. Okay. Abdurrahim. Okay. I would probably say this fastidious lesson is awesome. Something like that. So, slow sunset vibe. Could you add the word peer to your list? P-E-E-R. It's written down. I have a feeling I've got it. I will check. So, the list's been updated, added. And thank you. I'd best remain sub to you. Paramount explanation. Thank you. The dregs. Meticulous, fastidious. Definitely Maria. And Sheet Caniste, after having been elected, certain politicians forsake the cause on which they were elected for. So I would say the cause they were elected for. The cause on which they were elected, no for. So they forsake the cause on which they were elected for. Even if they mislead their voters, they do not bother about getting titled turncoat. Okay, Sheed, well done. Studiosus. Gaslighting is especially bad when it's practiced on children in abusive families to prevent them from seeking help. I survived a serial killer when I was 8, but still long-term gaslighting was somehow worse. People must be kind to each other. I quite agree, Studiosus. Gaslighting kids is a horrible criminal offence. So, trial comment, crush. Trial comment, crush. I get it. You're now just making sure that it's printing your comments. Okay, I get it, Patricia. Roland, the novice anthropologist paid fastidious attention, gave fastidious details to the intricacies of the knowledgeable local person's historical story. He has learned how these two colossi, the tourist and the politics. So the tourism industry and politicians permeated the inhabitants' everyday lives. Colossus, noun, someone or something that is extremely important or great in ability or size, plural, colossi. You could also say colossuses. Okay, wow, here we go, Patricia. I'm not a kid, or maybe I'm a big kid. I still have crushes. This malady doesn't bother me in the least if it keeps me out of mischief. It's not a temporary state, and because this feeling puts a wildflower bloom on my face, it means I need very little makeup. I think I've had crushes for my lady teachers, and the great thing it did for me is that I worked hard to see them smile when I got good grades. Then they would be even more beautiful. As you may well imagine, things got worse for the better. The cutest thing about this video was the way me related it through. I thought it was little Johnny himself. So I hope the teacher's going to make an apple pie for him. She will make him a tarte tatin too. Okay, it sounds delicious, with fresh cream. And warm as it should be, and not cold in the centre heart, so you have to scold the waiter and ask him to heat it again. She has enough apples to make several, and she's well aware that little Johnny's pals know about this very beautiful innocent liaison. Mixture put together because they themselves were providing the apples, big sap, green and shiny polished ruddy cheeked ones. Enough, assez, enough. Enough, by the way. Is there a reason why you say vocabulaire and not vocabularies? I don't like vocabulary in the plural. I would say vocabulary, uncountable. Also, do you mind me smoking instead? Or do you mind my smoking? I thought the my was more elegant. I think these two are much of a muchness. Do you mind me smoking? Do you mind my smoking? I think probably the my sounds marginally better, but I don't think there's any difference between them, in my opinion. You can use both of them interchangeably. So let's see what else we've had while I've been doing this. Okay, so Ronan, foibles, great. Okay, a free choice of scope of food. Midas's horn, Maiden, adjective, thank you. A cornucopia. Okay, thank you, Maria. Good morning, Funda. This morning some of the trains were cancelled, so the train I took was jam-packed without the E. Thank you, Alex. It was again an amazing video, jam-packed, full of. I get the feeling this one is made in the metro in China somewhere. Okay, Patricia. I just happened to come across a video of a Russian version of A Stranger in Paradise. If you can get hold of the link, little Johnny's teacher has had to work very hard to make better apple pies. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Okay, that's with this have a crush on. And Nora Mandoud, he unreasonably keeps clinging to this backward mentality that denigrates women to the humiliating status of insignificant objects. Good English, no mistakes, very formal, very nice sounding. Well done, Nora. And Modi, he did fantastic sales last year, and perforce he is awarded as the best salesman of the year. Okay, so he did fantastic sales. I think he made fantastic sales last year, and perforce he was awarded the prize. He was awarded the prize as best salesman of the year. Okay, so let me just do it one more time, but that's probably enough for today. There'll be another one later on today. Thank you for all your comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.